One of the reasons I was very excited to watch the Rose Bowl this year was to watch Justin Herbert and to get a feel for how he would play in a big moment against a very good defense, a defense that in Wisconsin that was better than anything that he had seen in the Pac-12 so far, the best team that he had seen since Auburn and lost. So I wanted to see the culmination of the season. And I had watched a good bit of Justin Herbert, but I wanted to come in with an open mind and see how he would perform on a big stage against like I said, a very good defense. And I have to be honest, I came out very unimpressed with Justin Herbert. And the mainstream media and everyone's talking about Justin Herbert. Wow, he led the team to victory. But when we look at it for NFL evaluation for what Justin Herbert's going to be at the next level, I didn't see a lot that translates. Yes, you can tell me Lamar Jackson runs a lot. Lamar Jackson's a very special athlete, something Justin Herbert's a special athlete. Lamar Jackson's like a very, very special athlete, like once in a lifetime type of athlete, better than Michael Vick athlete, okay? So you can't really compare the two and say because they both can run and the NFL is shifting towards running. Yeah, I mean, it is. You have to be mobile, but you also have to be able to throw from the pocket. 14 for 20 with an interception and no touchdowns passing. Go look at the highlights of that game. I mean, there wasn't any highlights of him throwing the football. It was a bunch of misdirection and short throws. It's all of him running. If I want a running back, I'll go draft a running back. I don't see where all the hype is here. I feel like with quarterbacks, it's kind of like deciding who you're going to date. And these guys that are 6'5", and they're throwing bullets in their arm, they have the arm strength and all the tools. It's all about the tools. They're like the really hot chick on Instagram. Like, she knows how to use all the filters and she looks perfect. But this you think about getting married, this doesn't last. Like, you don't get to see her with filters all the time. You don't get to see all the pretty, beautiful stuff. You have to see her without makeup, and you have to deal with the ugly, the ugly parts of life. Everybody's ugly every once in a while. Whereas somebody like Tom Brady, Joe Burrow, people who have battled through adversity, Drew Brees, these are the kind of for the sake of the analogy, the kind of girls that don't know really how to use the filters as well, and they're kind of diamonds in the rough. Maybe they haven't figured out how to use their makeup as well. These talent evaluators, the point is, these talent evaluators, they keep falling for the same thing over and over again, and I see it in Justin Herbert. If you look at his tape, he is very similar. You still have the same thing going on in Oregon. He's very similar to Marcus Mariota. Yes, he's bigger and stronger, but their offense is based on misdirection. On his touchdowns, these guys are running wide open. That's the same problem I had with Marcus Mariota. It's not that his statistics, his numbers weren't beautiful and near perfect. They were, but it was, how were these touchdown throws coming? I look for tight window throws over the middle. I look for working outside the numbers and having to throw a dart, a strike to the outside. When you're throwing deep balls, the guys who aren't covered for 10 yards, or you're running a misdirection to the left and throwing it to the right, or rolling out left, cutting off half of the field, it's designed to go to the first read. That doesn't show me a lot of who you are. What are you able to do throwing into coverage? What are you able to do under duress? And I haven't seen a lot of that out of Justin Herbert. If he goes ahead and teams up with somebody like Greg Roman, who's teamed up with Lamar Jackson, you could make the argument that the right coach is what he needs, and he could be successful then. But I'm not sure, and I don't get the sense that he is, and I have never met him. I have no way of knowing this. But I don't get that same sense that I get from Joe Burrow and from Sam Darnold. And I use guys who aren't proven intentionally, because I get a good feeling because they seem to love football, live for football, breathe football. They've been through adversity. Sam Darnold wasn't the starter when he entered USC. Joe Burrow's had to transfer. We all know the story of Tom Brady. We all know the story of Drew Brees. Quarterbacks have to overcome adversity. Even Lamar Jackson, this year's MVP. And shame on those who didn't vote up for him to be All-Pro. I love Russell Wilson, first-team All-Pro, but no. I don't agree with that. But back to the topic at hand, Lamar Jackson, as it relates to Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson was told he should be a wide receiver. Fell to the 32nd pick. He got good coaching. So somebody who hasn't gone through a lot of adversity, somebody's going to go in the top of the draft that's just based on, wow, look at his arm, wow, look at his size, I never feel comfortable with. I feel comfortable with somebody who's been through some adversity and somebody who's overcome some challenges, somebody who isn't just given everything. And it seems to me, for no fault of his own, Justin Herbert has been given everything at Oregon. It all comes easy. I see nothing showing me that he can persevere through difficult times. And I just don't see it. I don't see the first round potential. I guess that's what it is. It's potential. I would not draft him. I have concerns about other quarterbacks in the draft. I'll get into that in some other videos. But I came away totally unimpressed with Justin Herbert in the Rose Bowl. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. And thanks for